We buried him just before sunset, when the sky was red and the air was heavy. Everyone had gone home. The drummers were silent. The dirt was waiting. Then I heard it, the prince was laughing from inside the coffin. My name is Kojo, and this happened when I was 16. I'm not an old man now, but I've lived enough years to know what I heard that day was real. And I know that what we buried didn't stay buried. I'm from a small village near the Volta river in Ghana. It's the kind of place where everyone knows each other, and people fear spirits more than they fear death. When this happened, I was working in the royal compound. Not because I wanted to, I was sent there after my father died, to work for food and shelter. The royal family was respected, but the prince, he was feared. Prince Kumi. He wasn't much older than me, maybe 19 or 20. But he carried himself like someone who'd lived 100 dark lives. His eyes were always still, like water that's too calm. And when he smiled, it was like he knew something about you, something bad. No one liked to talk about him openly. But in whispers, people said he was not born right. They said his mother died screaming when he came into the world. They said dogs would not go near him. And that sometimes, when he was a child, he would sit for hours by the graveyard, talking to no one. I never wanted to be near him, but I didn't have a choice. One night, I was cleaning the old storeroom near the back of the palace. I heard a sound, like water splashing, but slow. I peeked inside. There he was. Prince Kumi. He was holding a white rooster by the legs. Its throat was cut, and the blood was pouring into a wooden bowl. He took the blood and smeared it over a stone mask I'd never seen before. It looked old, older than anything in the palace. The eyes of the mask were hollow, like it was staring back. Then he looked up, right at me. He didn't shout. He didn't get angry. He just smiled. His teeth were red with the rooster's blood. If you speak, he said, your tongue will rot in your mouth. I ran. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't eat for 2 days. But I told no one. Things got worse after that. Girls went missing. Goat herds disappeared. One child was found floating in the river with her eyes open and no tongue. I saw the funeral. I couldn't cry. I was too afraid. An old woman, Maabina, told the market people that Kumi was feeding the spirits. She said she'd seen shadows following him into the forest. She said she saw a black goat walk upright into his hut. The next morning, she was dead, hanging from a tree outside the palace gates. Her mouth was filled with black feathers. People started to leave the village, quietly, one by one. Then, one evening, the chief called a meeting with the elders. I wasn't there, but I heard whispers from the other palace workers. Something terrible had happened. No one would say what. But the chief, his own father, was crying. That night, the palace was silent. No fires. No drums. Even the cricket stopped. The next morning, Prince Kumi was dead. They said he fell from the cliff near the river. But I helped carry the body to the washing hut. I saw it. No broken bones. No bruises. Just a black handprint on his chest. Like someone had grabbed his heart through the skin. They wrapped him fast. The chief ordered the burial to be done before the third moon rose. He said we had to do it before the rain came. Before the prince's spirit found its way back. Only 5 of us were called to dig the grave. I was one of them. I didn't want to go. But my uncle said, this is the work of men. Be brave. The grave was dug on the edge of the forest. Not near the family tomb. That was strange. Royals are never buried alone. But no one asked questions. When we got there, the sky was strange. Red and grey, like fire and ash. The coffin was made of dark wood. Sealed with rope and symbols I'd never seen before. I think they were to keep something in, not to honor the dead. We lowered the coffin in. The chief said prayers in a tongue I didn't recognize. His eyes were red from crying. Then the drum stopped. We grabbed our shovels to fill the grave. That's when we heard it. A soft, dry laugh. Like someone trying not to laugh too loud. But it was coming from the coffin. ABA, the youngest boy with us, dropped his shovel. He looked at me. I looked at him. We both heard it. Then it came again. A full laugh. Loud. Echoing through the dirt. The prince was laughing. Inside the box. 6 feet down. The chief told us not to move. He said, do not stop. He is testing us. Bury him fast. We did. I've never shoveled so fast in my life. My arms were shaking. My legs weak. But I kept going. The sound didn't stop. The laughter got louder as the dirt piled on. Even when the coffin was fully covered, it sounded like the ground itself was laughing. When we finished, the chief poured something red on the grave. He said one last word and turned away. No one spoke on the way back. 3 weeks later, the chief disappeared. Just like that. His heart was found empty. No blood. No footprints. Just a single black handprint on his door. People knew. I left the village the next day. I've never gone back. And sometimes, when it rains and the sky turns red, I swear I can hear him laughing again. Closer now.